Good day everyone. We are going to present a tutorial on how to connect a database connection to your VB Forms application. So for my part, I would be introducing the VB Forms application and why is it important for a database for your VB Forms application. So first and foremost, I am Julius K. Silvano Jr. And without further ado, let's begin. What is VB Forms application? So a VB Forms application is a desktop program for Microsoft Windows built using the Visual Basic Programming Language. It provides a graphical user interface or GUI with elements like buttons, text boxes, and windows that you can click and interact with. So why is it important to use a database for your VB Forms application? A database is important for your VB Forms application because it provides a structured and permanent way to store, manage, and retrieve largest amount of data. This allows your application to save information, for example, like your user accounts or sales records, even after the program is closed, ensuring that your data isn't lost. So for the next part of the tutorial, I will pass this to Mr. Charles Ian Galera.
Okay, so first thing we need to do is open our Visual Studio 2020 and create a new project. Then we will search for the specific template, which is Windows Form app.net framework, yung VB, yung VB. Yan. Nice. Yes. Next. And then we will name it as example, your project example. Yan. But in our case, we already have a project, so we can skip this part. And we will just show you the project that we already created. So if you created a project, and the next is we will create a Microsoft Access database. So first thing first, we will check if our Microsoft Access database is compatible with our Visual Studio 2020. So to check that is you can right click the actual name project of your project and then click properties. And then when you are in properties, you can click compile. And under the target CPU, you can check x86 and x64. So kapag yung Microsoft Access database natin is naka 32-bit lang, ang isa-select natin dito is yung x86. And kapag naka 64-bit naman yung Microsoft Access database natin is i-click natin yung x64. So bakit natin kailangan to? Kasi kapag mag-i-import tayo ng Microsoft Access database, kailangan na compatible silang dalawa. So meaning to say, kapag naka 32-bit yung Microsoft Access database mo, hindi siya hindi ma-i-import na maayos yung Microsoft Access database mo sa Visual Studio mo. Kasi yung Visual Studio is automatically naka-run siya ng x64-bit. So, kapag ayun yung scenario is i-change lang natin or i-configure natin yung Visual Studio natin sa 32-bit. So, pwede mo siyang gawin doon sa sinabi naming step kanina or i-click mo yung any CPU sa tabi ng debug. Tapos, Configuration Manager. Then, under ng platform may any CPU. And then, click New. Then, i-click mo yung x86 which is yung 32-bit nga. Kung naka 32-bit yung Microsoft Access database natin. Pero kung siya ay naka 64-bit, i-leave lang natin siya as is or x64. So, same lang yan. So, ang next naman is gagawa na tayo ng ating Microsoft Access database. So, may Microsoft Access database na siya man. Yan. Titignan natin kung nasaan naka-file yung project na ginawa natin and doon tayo mag-create ng ating Microsoft Access database. Ayan. So, right-click, tapos New, and then Microsoft Access Database. So, for example, ini-name natin siya ng my example DB. Yan. Then, i-open natin siya. Yan. So, mag-create lang tayo ng panibago nating table. So, dito sa table is i-right click natin siya and then design view. I-rename natin siya, for instance, employee database. Yan. Tapos, dito sa field name is pwede natin siya lagyan ng mga citizen ID, employee ID, or any field name na kakailanganin ng client natin or kakailanganin natin. And then, kailangan is accurate or naka-align yung data type na kailangan mo dito sa field name. Dahil mag-reflect siya sa datasheet view. For instance, citizen ID and first name, last name, tsaka middle name. Yan. Tapos, i-right click natin yung employee and then go to datasheet view. Yan. Kapag nandito na tayo sa datasheet view is pwede tayo dito mag-manually add ng data or other info. So, in our case, meron na kaming database and ipapakita muna namin yung mismong system namin sa inyo sa Visual Studio. And then later on, ipapakita namin kung ano yung itsura ng database natin. And next, ang magpe-present is si Mr. Barya.
Hi, I'm Christian JP Barya. Ako ang magpe-present ng data connection sa Visual Studio natin. First, we will go into data source, address window, and data source. As you can see, we have the data, but I will explain how to add. We will add the data there, database, next, dataset, next, and we will go to new connection. Change to Microsoft Access Data. Okay? Then we will go to browse. Itong browse natin ay pupuntahan natin yung ginawa ng kapartner ko na si Ian na database. Ito ang database natin. Open. Before that, we will test our connection. Okay, test connection, succeed. Okay. Tapos show natin yung connection string. Ito ang connection string natin. Okay, next. Ito yung table na ginawa natin. Ayan. Check lang natin yung table. And dahil meron na tayong database, cancel na natin. Pero ipipinish ninyo yan. Okay. Ito makita natin. Yung employee database. First, we will go to activity.db design. Pipindot natin yung employee, yung gilid. At makita natin yung gawa natin. Ito yung gawa natin sa database. First, we will click on the right of the employee data. We will see the details. Ida-drag lang natin siya sa ating design. As you can see, we already have that. The employee information, the job title, employee ID, citizen. So we will just X that. And then, data source ulit. Puntahan natin yung same, pero data grid view naman. Drag ulit. Meron na tayo yan, yung nasa baba. X na lang natin. At ang next na magpapalawag is si Christian Dilim.
I am Christian M. Lima, and I am here to demonstrate our program. First, we are going to start our program. And as you can see, this is our form that we made, and we are going to test our database. As an example, we are going to input some needed information in the text box. But before that, we are going to add new record, then proceed to add information. So for now, as you can see, we only input in email because this is for example only. And now we are going to save the record. And as you can see, the data is successfully sent to our database. There. Now we are going to test the delete button. Yes. And it's successfully deleted to our database. And that is the end of our video for now. So
Ayan. So we will exit the application now, and that's all for today. Hope you guys learned something new and keep safe. Thank you.
Thank you.